graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I missed putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Hi everyone, hopefully you're all doing well. For those of you who haven't heard, I'm hosting my very first charity stream on September 18th and September 19th to support the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother Mitchell, who passed away from this disorder 5 years ago. So how the schedule is going to work is like this. On the very first day, we're going to be streaming for 15 hours. During the first 3 hours, I'll be talking about familial dysautonomia, sharing stories about my brother and what he dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and just raise as much awareness as we possibly can. Then during the next 12 hours, we got MLB Diamond Zone, and we will be on doing our regular Diamond Zone stream. For those of you that don't know, MLB Diamond Zone is something that I came up with, and basically it's like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. On the very next day, we'll do Diamond Zone again. That'll be from 6 o'clock up until 9:30, and then we got the Phillies game. They play at 9:40. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. So in short, we're going to be on for 22 hours. No ads will be played during those 22 hours. I am aiming to raise $500 during those hours of streaming. Again, no pressure to donate, but if you can, every little bit does help. If you could just spread the word, share the post that I posted on my community tab, I would really appreciate that. I'm just looking forward to making a difference together with you guys and doing this in honor of my brother Mitchell. I think he'd be really proud, and I'm really excited about this. Let's do some good.
What's going on, chat? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. We got a big day today, man. We got a big day. We got the Rangers taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Some of y'all are probably thinking, well, why are we doing this game? Well, you know, I mean, that number one seed for the Philadelphia Phillies is not that far out of reach. It's not that far out of reach at all whatsoever. I don't know why the web camera looks a little bit off. There we go. That looks a little bit better. But yes. All right. So the Phillies right now, if we take a look at the standings, okay, we've been talking a lot about, magic numbers, getting into the playoffs, clinching that bye, clinching the NL East, and all those types of things. The only thing that the Phillies don't have control of in regards to their own destiny is the number one seed. However, the Brewers are 3.5 games up on the Philadelphia Phillies. So if Milwaukee loses today, and if the Phillies win tonight, they'll just be 2.5 games behind the Brewers. Now, the Brewers do have the tiebreaker. So if the regular season ends in a tie, then they will not have the 1 seed. But I don't know about you, but I would really like to get the number 1 seed, because I'd like to have home field advantage throughout the whole entire way as we do this. I think that the Phillies have the best home record in all of baseball. That is statistically true, right? They played 70 games at home. They are 47-23. That is the best in all of baseball. So if they can find a way to get the Brewers, I think that would be awesome. I don't know if it's like the biggest deal if they don't get it, but that's something else that I feel like could actually really help out the Phillies come playoff time, because we know that atmosphere at CBP is really, really hard to play in if you're an opponent. And for the Phillies' sake, that does really give them an advantage. Not just because of the walk-offs, not just because of all those types of things, but also just because of the crowd, too, as well. So I really want them to get that number 1 seed. All right, so let's take a look at today's pitching matchups for the Milwaukee Brewers and the Texas Rangers. So we are Texas Rangers fans this afternoon. For those of us that are hoping for the Phillies to get the number 1 seed. Some people are like, I don't really care. But I do. I care. I care. I would really like the Phillies to try to get that. Of course, getting the bye, getting into the playoffs, getting, obviously getting into the playoffs is number 1. But that's just a given right now with this ball club. But yes, so we shall see what goes on this afternoon. All right, so we got Freddy Peralta pitching today. The Phillies were actually able to beat Freddy Peralta the last time that they played against him. But this guy is one of the best pitchers in all of baseball, and you would expect that he's going to be looking for redemption. And he wants to try to get the Brewers to avoid a sweep here against the Texas Rangers. Merrill Kelly is going to be pitching for Texas. And the lineup that he will be facing will be this. It'll be Bryce Terang, Jackson Chourio, Christian Yelich, Jake Bowers, Sal Frelick, Caleb Durbin, Blake Perkins, Danny Jansen, and Joey Ortiz. So William Contreras is not playing this afternoon. He will not be in the lineup today. I'm going to take a very quick step off. A very, very quick step off, okay? I will be right back in just a few moments. Lugo says, what's going on, JJ? It would be great for a Brewers loss here. Dude, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know how, some people are like, it doesn't matter. Oh, I think it does. I think it does. I want home field advantage throughout the whole entire way, even during the World Series. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Like the weird thing happens, okay? Sometimes, like what ends up happening, I'm not trying to get graphical here, but like, I'll come on the stream and I'll just start talking and everything's fine, like before I get on. And all of a sudden, my sinuses start to start to clog up, and I gotta blow that nose, and get that junk out. That's exactly what I had to do there. So I didn't want y'all to see that. That's why I take breaks too. It's not just a stretch. It's also just to take care of those types of things too. You know what I'm saying? All right. So again, the Brewers are taking on the Rangers. What's going on, chat? What's up? What's up? What's up? A-Town says, I just want no runs first inning. Got it, man. I got you. I got you. Also, by the way, guys, we have another edition of Diamond Zone coming on tonight. We got the Phillies game at 6:45, and then we're going to go back on at 10:30 for MLB Diamond Zone. And basically, for y'all that don't know what that is, Diamond Zone is basically a radio version of NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. So it's like really cool. If you're into like fantasy baseball, or if you're just a diehard baseball fan, we got you covered with that tonight, and you should definitely go check that out. We've been on almost every day, and it's been a lot of fun. The algorithm doesn't really, the algorithm doesn't really push it, but it's like a really, really cool thing. I have like my iPad, I have like my old laptop that I use, and we're just able to watch like so many different games at once, and we do play-by-play for like the big-time games, and we do, we try not to miss like any single big-time moment, and it's like so cool. It's basically like Red Zone for those of you that follow football, but it's for baseball, and it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. All right, Bryce Terang will lead it off for the Milwaukee Brewers. Jackson Chourio will be batting second. Then it's Christian Yelich third, Jake Bauers fourth, Sal Frelick fifth, Caleb Durbin sixth, Blake Perkins seventh, Danny Jansen eighth, and Joey Ortiz batting in the 9th spot. All right, let's get ready to rock and roll, chat. Let's go. All right, again, for those of you that are Phillies fans, like us, we are watching this game so that way we can try to possibly catch the Brewers for that number 1 seed. Brewers have lost the first 2 games of this series, and so the Rangers will send down Merrill Kelly on the mound, and they'll be going toe-to-toe against Freddy Peralta. Rangers have a 3.46 team ERA, which is best in all of baseball. There's Merrill Kelly. He was on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Then got traded this year to the Texas Rangers at the deadline. No William Contreras. He is not in the lineup. Sal Frelick is in the lineup. He's playing out in right field. I'm trying to think who else. No Rhys Hoskins. Yeah. All right, so Terang will lead things off here at Globe Life Stadium. And Kelly will get set. He kicks, he deals. And the first pitch is at 91. It's a cutter right at the knees for strike 1. Hit that thumbs up button. Tampa's also here. What's up, Tampa? How are you, my friend? Let's go. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. Kelly kicks and fires. There's a foul ball. That time he went to a changeup. So a jam-packed day for us. A lot of streams coming up today, but we're pushing, man. It's the end of the baseball season, so we got to pump out that content, you know? The ball is 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. There's a high fly ball hit out to deep right center field, and that ball is crushed. And so Bryce starts things off with a bang. It's a 1-0 ball game as Merrill Kelly gives up a solo bomb to Terang. Oh boy. I almost played the bell there, but I forgot. We're Philly fans today. We're not doing Diamond Zone. I forgot for a second. I was like, we ain't playing that. Here comes Jackson Chourio, and he fouls off the first pitch. So Bryce goes yard. That thing went a long distance. It went 435 feet. And so Merrill Kelly allows a home run. It's the first homer he's allowed since August 30th. Next pitch, that's a foul ball to Jackson Chourio. He was on the IL for a while, Jackson Chourio. Went to the bathroom and lost my bet. I'm telling you, man, like, come back on tonight. Come check out Diamond Zone, bro. You really should. 0-2. That misses outside for a ball. Texas Liberty says, let's go Rangers. What's going on, dude? Texas Liberty in the chat. What's going on, man? 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, check swing. Did he go? He did not. The pitch was down low and outside for ball 2. What's up, Blue? What's going on, my friend? So a 1-0 lead on a home run by Terang. The pitch to Chourio. There's a high fly ball hit out to left field. Back-to-back jacks for Milwaukee. And they start this party off on the right foot. So 2 solo homers allowed by Merrill Kelly. And that was absolutely drilled. That was a line drive laser out to left field. Unbelievable. Chourio just smacked that thing. He got a fastball right down the middle. Just absolutely drilled it out to left field with the barrel of the bat. And that'll bring up Christian Yelich. That went 409 feet. The pitch to Yelich. There's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. That's going to be caught by Hellman. He had to turn over his shoulder, and he caught it. Another bad pitch thrown by Merrill Kelly again. So a line out to center, and Yelich was like, oh, come on. Come on. Why couldn't I get a home run there? It's wild. Bang goes the Brewers. Bro, come on, man. Come on, Texas. We need y'all to help out a friend. You know what I'm saying? You guys have owned us out at Globe Life Field, except this year. Come on. Step it up. Here comes Jake Bowers to the plate. And Bowers takes a called strike on the outside corner. He's hitting .224 in 72 games this season. No balls, 1 strike. 1 away, top of the first. And the pitch to Bowers. And he pokes this one over towards the first base side. First baseman has it. Flips it back over to the pitcher, Merrill Kelly, who goes to cover the bag. There is out number 2. Forgot to mention that the defensive lineup for the Rangers will be this. And by the way, excuse me. Kyle Higashioka will be catching. On the mound is Merrill Kelly. And then over at first base, you got Jake Berger. The second baseman is Cody Freeman. Then you got Josh Young over at third. Josh Smith over at short. And in the outfield, you got Alejandro Ozuna playing in right. Wyatt Langford in left. And Michael Hellman is out in center field. Here comes Sal, and Sal takes strike 1. There was a curveball on the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike to him. Kelly's ERA is at a 3.16 coming on into today. 11 wins, 7 losses, 156 strikeouts, and a 1.04 whip, which is actually 11th best in all of baseball. But I'm sure that that's gone up now. Next pitch is fouled away over towards the right side. Yeah, no Corey Seager. I was just going to mention that. 0-2. That misses down for a ball. Folks, if you are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games, but we also do a lot of baseball coverage. We do. We have a lot of fun. The 1-2 pitch, there's strike 3 called, and that is on the outside corner. So back-to-back solo shots allowed by Merrill Kelly, but then he retires the next 3 batters, and we go to the bottom of the first. Rangers are down 2-0. All right. Let's get on into this Texas Rangers starting lineup. What's up, Age? Age is here. What's going on? Man, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of Texas fans on here today. I appreciate you guys so much for being on here. We got Josh Smith batting in the leadoff spot. And then it'll be Wyatt Langford batting second, Jock Peterson third, Jake Berger fourth, Josh Young batting fifth, Kyle Higashioka sixth. And then you got Alejandro Ozuna seventh, Cody Freeman eighth, and Michael Hellman ninth. So again, it's Smith, Langford, Peterson, Berger, Young, Higashioka, Ozuna, Freeman, and Hellman in the starting lineup for the Texas Rangers. Brian wants to know, have you done any Mariners games? I maybe did one Mariners game. I do a thing called MLB Diamond Zone, which is basically like a live whip around. It's like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. That's like the best way that I could put it. So if you follow NFL Red Zone with Scott Hansen and how they just do like back and forth action between like all the games that are going on, and they show like the big time plays, I do that for baseball. So I do that almost every day. You know what I'm saying? So I do that. I also do Sunday Night Baseball too, and I cover the Phillies. So a lot of baseball content on this channel. But we also cover the Sixers, and we cover the Eagles too. Freddy Peralta is going to go out there to pitch. He has a 2.50 earned run average, 176 strikeouts, and 158 innings of work, 61 walks, and a batting average against of 190. Just really impressive. First pitch from Freddy is down and in for ball one to Josh Smith. Asia's here. What's up, Asia? Guys, we are 42 subscribers away from getting to 7,300. With all the content that we have today, I'm really hoping that we can get there. But yeah, make sure that y'all go check out Diamond Zone. It's so cool. Next pitch is taken for strike one. We'll be back on for Diamond Zone tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time after the Phillies game is done. Next pitch, that's a foul ball. Probably should sip some water. So how did y'all become Rangers fans? I want to hear about you. And Seattle fans. I see that we have a Seattle fan on here too. I know NW Sports Fanatics does the Seattle games. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. That's low for ball 2. I gotta turn the fan on in here. It's starting to get a little bit hot. There we go. That's better. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That is outside for ball 3. Whoa. Whoa, you don't have to get that loud. Three-two pitch. That ball's popped up over behind the mound. Peralta is called off by Terang, or Ortiz, that is, and he will make the catch for the first out. So a pop out over the short. Wyatt Langford is now due up at the plate. I just realized that what's his name is 36 years old. Merrill Kelly. Hard to believe. The pitch. That's taken for a ball. Wyatt Langford leads Rangers in stolen bases. And the next pitch is outside for ball 2. Later today, we got Red Sox and A's at 3:35. We got the Giants taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks at 3:45. The 2-0, and that misses low for ball 3. Then you got Angels and Twins on at 4:07. Those are all the afternoon games. Then we got a lot of night games. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Peralta has been with the Brewers since 2018. Next pitch. There's a strike called. Just realized it's kind of weird, like when you say 2018. You know, people now just say like 2018. Weird. Three balls, two strikes, and the 3-2 on the way, and that is called a strike three. And there is out number 2. Wow. That was a good pitch. It really was. Pitch track said that it was a ball. It was a good pitch, though. Trot Peterson comes up and he looks at the called strike. That's a curveball. At 77 miles per hour. 81 games this season for Jock. 8 home runs and 21 RBI as well. No balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. That ball is fouled away. We do like a radio play-by-play style on here. Dude, that Tigers-Yankees series, it's going to be a lot. 1-1. That's taken for a strike. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the first 2 away, and the 1-2 pitch is way outside. I mean, not even close. And so now the count is 2-2. Peralta is now 29 years old. He's having the best season of his career. The 2-2 pitch to Peterson, swing and a miss. And Freddy Peralta doing Freddy Peralta things. As we go to the top of the second inning, 2-0 score. Milwaukee is out in front. Come on, Texas. Come on, Rangers. I mean, y'all probably see I'm wearing my Eagles hat. But you know what? We don't have to talk about football today. We don't have to bring up the football convos. You know, we can be friends. Good morning, Vietnamiste. What's going on, dude? What's up, John? How are you, my friend? John, see, we don't have to talk about Cowboys today, right? Like, all we got to do is pull for the Texas Rangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to talk. We don't have to talk about the Cowboys to these guys. We're on the same team today. It's the baseball team that we're talking about. You know? They just got to help a brother out here. So, again, if you guys are wondering, JJ, why are you doing this Texas Rangers Milwaukee game? It's because, okay, all the Phillies fans are talking about, oh, the magic number to get on into the playoffs is this. Oh, the magic number to get on into, or to win the NL East is this. Oh, the magic number to get a bye is this. I want the 1 seed. I do. I want that 1 seed. And right now, the Phillies are 3.5 games behind the Milwaukee Brewers, who have the number 1 seed. And if the Brewers lose today and if the Phillies win, then they'll be 2.5 behind them. All right. Here we go. Top of the second. The pitch to start things off is a strike on the upper tier of the zone. It's good to catch you last night. What a Phillies win. That was awesome. They got to they got to keep their foot on the gas tank, though. You know what I'm saying? Again, for those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on. We do a lot of baseball content on here. We do Phillies. We do Sunday Night Baseball, and we also do a thing called Diamond Zone, which is basically like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. It's so awesome. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. He's probably all wondering, like, well, JJ, why are you promoting all this stuff, like, a lot today? It's because we don't usually do, like, other teams' games. You know what I'm saying? 1-2. That misses down for ball 2. So I got to plug a lock. What's up, Money Moves? 2 balls, 2 strikes in the pitch. That ball is grounded foul over towards the third base side. We do like a radio cast style. Because, again, I can't show you the games. If I could, I would. But I can't. Kelly comes set, winds up and fires. And there's a ground ball hit back over to Merrill Kelly, who will toss it on over to first. And he gets the first out of the inning. That was Caleb Durbin who grounded out to Merrill Kelly on a hop. Scott, do you ever sleep? That's a good question. That's a very good question. I slept really well last night after I went to work. Here's the pitch. And there's a called strike to Blake Perkins. So in case you're wondering, JJ, how do we get here? Bryce Terang and Jackson Churio led off the first inning with back-to-back jacks. 0-1. There's a foul ball. And so the count is 0-2. So tonight, the schedule goes like this. It's Brewers. That game started at 2:35. Then we got Phillies at 6:45. And then we got Diamond Zone at 10:30. That's the schedule. 0-2 on the way. Strike 3 called at the knees. Cha-ching. So Blake Perkins goes down looking at a fastball. And there's the second strikeout victim of Merrill Kelly's. You looking sound rested. I've been grinding, man. Been grinding. I slept really well last night. Went to bed late, but that's just a part of the job. You know what I'm saying? The pitch, that's a foul ball. And it's not really even a job. Like, I can't complain. I'm very lucky. 0-1. That misses inside for ball 1. That's to Danny Jansen. Williams here. What's going on? 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch is fouled away. Didn't I have my ringer turned off? I guess not. It's weird. 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And Caleb Durbin is down on strikes. And so back-to-back strikeouts. Danny Jansen, is down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts is what ends the second inning. And we're going to go to the bottom of the second. Brewers lead it 2-0. Got ourselves a long day today. So the rest of the schedule of tomorrow looks like this. One sec. Let me pull up the schedule for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow we got Diamond Zone from 1 o'clock up until, we're going to go up until 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we got, after that, we got the Phillies game on at 7:15. So, and then we're calling it a night. And then Friday, we got Phillies game at 6:45. Then we got Diamond Zone after that at 10:30. So that'll be fun. Saturday, we got a Diamond Zone again in the afternoon, and then we got the Phillies game, and then we'll try to get in a little bit of Diamond Zone after the Phillies game is done as well. A lot of stuff, man. Baseball season is winding down, and we're just pumping it out, man. Like I'm just going at 120 miles per hour. That's really what we're doing. And then once baseball season is done, we get to take a little step back and just focus on the Sixers and the Eagles. I mean, it's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to that break because we deserve that. All right, we're going to the bottom of the second. Texas Rangers are down 2-0. The Brewers this year, 89-57. They have the best road record in all of baseball. They are 43-31. They lost the first two games out here at Globe Life Stadium, but they're looking to try to avoid the sweep. Up next is Jake Berger, the former White Sox and Marlin. And the pitch. That's a foul ball. Hit over towards the left side. Berger's hitting .242. Freddy Peralta is back out there on the mound. Folks, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. The 0-1 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. Am I for the realignment of baseball divisions? Dude, I gotta tell you, I'm not. I might be a little bit of a get off my lawn type of a guy when it comes to that. But man, I don't like that. I don't want any divisions to be realigned. I like them right where it is. I like them right where it is, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Freddy Peralta gets set at the belt, and the next pitch, and that is a foul ball over towards the left side. I don't think that they should make a change to that. I really don't. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the second. But then I'm still going to watch the product. And then what do you know? It's going to be, baseball will still survive. The pitch to Berger. Fly ball hit out to deep center field. Forget about it. It's gone. That's a solo home run from Jake Berger. He gets his 15th homer of the season and drives in his 47th run as well. Let's go. There's a fastball down the middle, and Berger actually squared it up perfectly. Let's go. All right. 2-1. Now Josh Young comes up, and he takes down and away for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a foul ball. How about you, Yoko? How you feeling about the realignment, though? Are you for it? Are you against it? And it's not just for Yoko. It's for y'all, too. Let me know what you guys think about it. I just feel like that, I like having the rivalry of the Braves, just from a Phillies perspective. And now it's like, well, now the Braves aren't going to be my rivals anymore. But I also understand, too, that change is one thing, and it's nice to have change. I just personally don't like that change. They're trying to do it to make the schedules simpler for traveling, but even still, I just don't even know if it's going to work out like that. I think that there's still going to be traveling stuff, traveling issues. You're still going to have to go to the West Coast. Like the Middle West teams are still going to have to go back from East to West. No balls, 2 strikes in the pitch, and there's a called strike 3 at the knees. And there is out number 1. Kyle Higashioka comes up, and he stares at the fastball down the middle. Anytime I get an alignment, the car drives straight, says John. That's true. That's true. In that scenario, it's true. The car is still going to drive straight, But I guess I can't really make a good analogy there. They are expanding, yes. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1, swing and a miss on a changeup at 88 miles per hour. Ooh, Mason Wynn just got diagnosed with a meniscus tear in his right knee. That's a big loss for the Cardinals. That's a big loss. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Freddy Peralta is on fumes ever since he allowed that home run to Jake Berger. Just the off-speed stuff. It's just so good. It really is. Phillies fans are saying, well, they should have kept Freddy Peralta. I don't know. The pitch. There's a called strike. Who was Peralta traded for again? Freddy Peralta, Phillies trade. Wasn't he on the Phillies? Maybe he wasn't on the Phillies. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. I thought he was on the Phillies. My mistake. He was with the Mariners. And was traded in the Adam Lind deal. I stand corrected. Not usually wrong about those things. I always thought he was on the Phillies. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maybe I got confused with somebody else. Two. That's up high for ball 3. So that makes the count now full. Huh. Yeah, 2 new teams, my friend. One's in Charlotte. The other one, I believe, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, Nashville? 3 balls, 2 strikes in the pitch. That's a foul ball. Anybody else in chat, correct me if I'm wrong with the second team. 3 balls, 2 strikes in the 3-2 pitch. There's a chopper hit over to first base. The flip back over to Peralta is in plenty of time. The inning is over, but the Rangers do get a run on a solo shot by Jake Berger. Excuse. Two full innings of work underway. Andrew, what's up, Andrew? Bro, how was, bro? You got the homework done last night, man? I ain't a teacher, but I just wanna make sure that you're doing well, man. Behavioral therapist. It's pretty awesome, dude. Did the semester just start? It must have just started, right? Yeah, it's September 10th. Dude, I've been out of college now for, what has it been, 3 years? It's been 3 years. That's insane. I feel old. Jolly? Paul Jolovitz? Paul Jolovitz is a radio host on WIP. I met Jolly. Jolly is a funny dude, man. He is exactly who he sounds on the radio. He is a funny guy. He really is. Andrew says, yes, sir, I finished my work yesterday and I turned it in. Let's go. Get those A's. Get those A's and succeed. Love that. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is week 3. Dude, week 3 already? Bro, it's September 10th. Damn, y'all started early. Because we didn't start till like after Labor Day. That's when our semester would start. Dude, that kid, his grandpa is pointing right at him. He doesn't like the finger going right over to his mouth. He's trying to slap it away. That's so cute. Yeah. The pitch. There's a called strike. It's funny. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 ground ball, base hit back up the middle, and a leadoff single hit by Joey Ortiz off of Merrill Kelly. That's the first hit that's not a home run from Milwaukee. And speaking of homers, well, Bryce Terang, who led off the ballgame with a home run, is due up. He went back-to-back with Jackson Chourio. That's all the offense for Milwaukee. Meanwhile, the Rangers did respond with a solo homer from Jake Berger in the bottom of the second. The English dudes do the food. I like the English kids try the American food. All right. Here's Bryce. He spells it B-R-I-C-E, not B-R-Y-C-E. No balls, 1 strike. There's the 0-1. That's taken down for a ball. So, Andrew, if you don't mind me asking, when are tryouts, man? When are tryouts for basketball? They're coming up, I'm sure. 1 ball, 1 strike. A runner on over at first. And the pitch. There's a ground ball hit over towards the right side. The throw over the second. There's 1. The throw to first, not in time. Bryce did beat it out. Got a little bit tongue-tied there. Ugh. That's not what we want. 4-6, fielder's choice. Ay. It was a late throw. I mean, there was just not a high probability that they were going to get Bryce out anyways. But he's on for the second time today. And now Jackson Chourio is due up. And Chourio takes down for a ball. Jackson batting .281 with 20 homers and 72 RBI. The toss back over to first, that's not in time. One ball, no strikes. What's up, Keith? We're pulling out for those Rangers. Oh, Keith says, "Come on, Bruce. It's all good. It's all good. I'm happy that you're here, man." 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, top of the third. Bro, I just fumbled the bag there. I fumbled so hard. Next pitch, ground ball hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 2. Brewers are trying to hold on to that number 1 seed. Phillies fans are like, yo, we'll take that. And over to short. So now that'll bring up Christian Yelich to the plate. Yelich lined out to center his first time up. And the pitch, there's a swing and a miss on a changeup that was not even a strike. That was very low. Buck the Frues. That's funny. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, that's up high for a ball. How many people do we have tapping on them? We got 69 people viewing on here. That's awesome. Hit that thumbs up button if y'all have not done so already. We need 42 more subs for us to get to 7,300. Let's go. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss. You know, Vladdy Guerrero Jr. for the Toronto Blue Jays has a 6-game multi-hit streak. He's just a heck of a ball player. One ball, two strikes. And Kelly will take a quick step off the mound. I wanted the Phillies to get Vladdy last year at the trade deadline. Even as a rental, I thought he would give them a better chance. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And so the inning is over. All right, side retired. We're going to go to the bottom of the third inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Brew Crew. Dennis Johnson Music is also here. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping on by. All right, chat. Chat, I have a very serious question for you. All right. Coke or Pepsi? It's a very, very serious question. Coke or Pepsi? Or neither? I'm not really a soda guy. Some people are very turned off by that. I'm not really much of a soda guy. So I got to go with the neither. Now, Dr. Pepper is okay. I think Dr. Pepper is fine every once in a while. It's just not my cup of tea. He says Coke. Now, do you care if it's in the bottle or do you care if it's in the can? Like, does that matter to you? Because some people like it in the bottle, and they're like, I ain't really fascinated by the cans. But, you know, the cans, to me, you know, some people, I know that there's people out there that collect cans, and I think that they look cool. Asia says I'm a Pepsi person. Scott says I'm a Coke person. Scott's a Coke person? Scott, I never would have thought about that for you. I don't know why. I always thought that maybe you were the Pepsi type. He says Mexican Coke. Interesting. Cameron! What's going on, Cameron? How are you? I saw you on last night. Real sugar Coke in a bottle from El Macheco is the bomb. Says John. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike. It was a very serious question. It was. I needed serious answers for that. That'll pop up on the test today. 0-1, foul ball. JJ is testing us. Bring out the pencils and the paper. No balls, 2 strikes. Holy Toledo, the Dodgers are 16-2 in their last 18 home games against the Rockies. I mean, does that, when you really think about it, does that really surprise anybody? Probably not. Next pitch, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mexico. Oh, wait, did I say it wrong? Did I say it wrong? My bad. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Freddy Peralta gets himself another strikeout. So there's 1 gone in the bottom of the third inning. That's what his 5th strikeout of the day. It was Cody Freeman who struck out swinging. We got 87 people watching. My name is Jason Joseph. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Andrew said, JJ, you said that the Brewers can clinch a playoff spot if they win today. I did say that last night. However, I would actually like to redeem that because, one sec, no balls, 1 strike, and the pitch is inside and low for a ball. The magic number is actually 3 because I forgot about the tiebreaker. So give me 1 sec. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch is down for ball 2. So, yes, the magic number for the Brewers
to clinch a playoff spot. Why is this not up? I found a website. Two-one pitch. There's a line drive, base hit out over towards left field. And so there's a one-out single here in the bottom of the third inning. Okay. So the magic number for... Oh, wait. No, that is correct. It is 2. It is 2, for sure. No, it's 2. Oh, hold up. It's 2 for them to finish over the Reds. The Reds are not the first team on the outside looking on in. It's the Giants. So, therefore, the magic number is 3. Yes. For them to get into the playoffs. That is correct. It is 3. It's not 2. These things are so confusing because of the tiebreakers and all that type of stuff. All right, a one-out single. And the pitch. There's a ground ball rolled over towards the left side, and it just rolls foul. Is Twitter, like, not working? Is Twitter down? Maybe Twitter's down. It's not down. This is my Wi-Fi. For them to get into the postseason, it's at 3. Correct. Two balls, one strike. The pitch. That's taken outside and low for ball 3. Three balls, one strike. And the pitch is taken down for ball 4. And so there's 2 runners on here in the bottom of the third. Okay. All right, hold up. Okay, so here we go. This is actually correct. The Brewers' magic number to get into the playoffs is 2. It is 2. Because they do own the tiebreaker against the Giants. From what I understand. So it's 2. So if they win, and if the Giants lose, the Brewers are in. 1 ball, no strikes to Wyatt Langford. And the pitch is taken down for ball 2. The Phillies' magic number to make it into the playoffs is at 7. For them to win the NL East, it's at 9. And for them to get the number 2 seed, it's 14. The Brewers' magic number to get the number 1 seed is at 13. Two balls, one strike. Wyatt Langford in the box. Freddy Peralta in the jam. And the 2-1 is fouled away. There we go. So I got it correct. There we go. It is 2. I was right all along. Should have just won with my instinct. The Brewers own the tiebreaker. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Wyatt Langford. Peralta gets set at the belt, kicks, fires, and the pitch is outside and low for ball 3.
Giants, Brewers, Giants. 3-2 pitch. That's low for ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Texas Rangers. Lock in. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat. Watch out for those Rangers. They're saying knock, knock. The Brewers are like, who's there? And the Rangers are like, it's the big bad wolf. We're coming in to take over the game. Let's go. Little pigs, will you let the Brewers in? Or sorry, will you let the Rangers in? Let's go. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Lugo! I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow the lead wide open. The pitch. There's a called strike at the knees. The Jock Peterson, who has 3 career Grand Slams. That's kind of surprising to me. Not by the trash cans on the chinny chin chin. 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on. Let's go. Pitch. That's a foul ball. Oh, man. There's Jock Peterson's home run that he had against the Yankees. Devin Williams, dude, that was awesome. The pitch. That's up high for ball 2. He huffed and he puffed, but he smoked too much Pacalolo and had... You mean Lodolo. The guy from the Reds, Nick Lodolo. 2-2. And that's up high for ball 3. Passed out on the stoop. All right, come on, let's go. Let's go. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Peralta kicks, fires, swing on a ground ball down the first base line. It's a foul ball, though. Just barely foul. Have a parlay with Churio to get 2 babes. He's already got 4. I need 7 Ks from Freddy, and then need 2 bases from Yelly. Go Birds and go Phillies. Make sure you come on and check out Diamond Zone tonight. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Peralta's payoff pitch on the way. And that ball is fouled out of play. Pakalolo is Hawaiian for ganja. I didn't know that. But he probably needs some Lodolo too. Three balls, 2 strikes. Peralta kicks, fires. There's a line drive played on the hop by the second baseman. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first, not in time. We are tied. Peterson beats out the double play. And we are knotted up at 2. Good hustle. Love that hustle there. Jock Peterson can still run. He can still run, guys. He's not that old. Let's go. All right. He's over at first. That puts runners at the corners. Here comes Jake Berger, who homered his last time up. First pitch is outside for a ball. All right, come on. Let's go, chat. Let's bleepin' go. Charge! A balk is called, and that's how the Rangers take the lead. Freddy Peralta balks, and that puts Peterson at second. We'll take that. And now Berger is up in the pitch. That ball's popped up into foul ground. The first baseman Bowers is there, and he'll make the catch. And the inning is over. An RBI fielder's choice by Jock Peterson and a balk by Peralta is how Texas gets the lead. 3-2. And we go to the top of the fourth inning. Rangers are out in front. Yes. The bad news Rangers. Yeah. Let's go. I like that. They entered into the door. Is Freddie striking out 7 today? I'll tell you this. All right. I'll tell you this much, man. He has 5 strikeouts in 3 innings. His pitch count is at 67. His pitch count is at 67, so that technically means that you're still good. You're still good. By the way, guys, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you have not hit the subscribe button, please make sure that you guys do that. It would really help me out a lot. I have a channel that I've been working on. This is my channel this is going to be our 3rd year come December. It's really crazy. We've been going at it every day. We do Phillies baseball. We do Sunday night baseball. We do MLB Diamond Zone. We try to cover as many baseball games and live events as possible. That's really what we try to do. But we also do Sixers basketball and Eagles football on this channel as well. So we try to pump out the content, and I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on here. We also, I just want to remind you all, we have our very first charity stream that we are doing next Thursday and next Friday. And I'm really excited about that. We're going to raise money for the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation. My brother, who passed away from familial dysautonomia 5 years ago, back on September 1st. We're doing it in honor of him. And I will be spreading awareness during both of those days, and we'll be educating people on what familial dysautonomia is, and we want to try to use the channel for good. So, not just calling games, but also spreading awareness and trying to do some philanthropy, and do some charity. That's really what I want to try to do. Pat Murphy is going out there to talk to the home plate umpire, Lance Barrett. He's not happy about something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what just happened, but yeah. Thanks for what you do, Jason. It's an awesome cause. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love and the support. I really do. I am just trying to raise awareness, and I want to, like I mentioned before, just want to do good things for the channel too. And yeah. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Oh, there was a batter's violation. No wonder why he was upset. Bowers did not step into the box in time. And he wanted an explanation. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is low for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right, let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Kelly comes set at the letters. He kicks. He fires. And that's a foul ball. Much love. Much love to y'all. One ball, 2 strikes. And here's the 1-2. That ball's popped up and skied over towards shallow left field. Third baseman Young is there, calls off Smith. And both Joshes look at each other and are smiling. But Young is the one who catches it for out number 1. Up next is Sal Frelick, who struck out looking against Merrill Kelly. And Kelly, by the way, has 44 pitches. Sal will show bunt. He takes it back, and that was a strike anyways at the knees. Jonathan, you believe him? He's joking, Asia. He's joking. There's a high fly ball hit out over towards left field. That's going to stay in the ballpark, though, and the catch is made for out number 2. Out in left field is Wyatt Langford. He caught it. So that'll bring Caleb Durbin up to the plate, who's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Merrill Kelly, his first time up. If we take a look at the AL West standings, the Astros are 1 game above the Seattle Mariners, and they are 2.5 above the Texas Rangers. Here's the pitch. That's taken for a called strike. The Astros have lost 2. The Mariners have won 4. The Rangers have won 3. So Texas is 1.5 games behind Seattle for that third wild card spot. And they're 2.5 behind Houston for the division. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 away. Top of the 4th. 3-2 Texas. And the 1-1 pitch. That's to Caleb Durbin, and that ball is smacked out to right field for a base hit. And Caleb Durbin will get on base with a 2-out single. He had a good swing there. I mean, Kelly left that one out over the middle of the plate, but even still, he capitalized. Good evening from Germany. What's going on, my friend? I'm gonna call you Ball. Is that okay? Is it Ball Junge? Ball Junji? I think I'm just gonna go with Ball. I don't wanna mispronounce it. You know what I'm saying? Toss back over to first. That's not in time. Ball, thank you so much for coming on here. We got the tying run over at first. And Blake Perkins just stares at strike 1. It's a curveball at the knees. Rangers are 6 games over 500. No balls, 1 strike. The toss back to first. It's not in time. Peralta in this game, 3 innings, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-1 is taken low and outside for ball 1. It means ball boy in Germany. I got you, man. That's so cool. Thanks for stopping on by. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 4th. The tying run's over at first. The windup, the pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Two, 1 pitch. Line drive, base it out to left field. Durbin slipped over at second. He gets back to the bag, though. And there is another 2-out single from the Milwaukee Brewers. That was Blake Perkins who went the opposite way. Durbin is at second. I don't think he would not have made it over to third. Maybe he would. He did. What ended up happening was he was actually trying to swipe second base, and then he slid. He did not read where the ball was going. And because of that, he stumbled. So the ball was drilled out over towards left field. It was a line drive shot. The pitch, ground ball back up the middle, bobbled by the second baseman, and everybody's going to be safe. Wow. That ball did hit the bag, but the second baseman, Cody Freeman, just misplayed that ground ball, and the bases are loaded now for the Milwaukee Brewers as they try to get some revenge. It still hit him in the chest, and he still should have caught it. It actually went right through his hands. He moved his chest. Wow. Here's the pitch, and there's a called strike. Thanks so much for the broadcast. I love the radio style play-by-play. Good work. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I do that for all my games that I cover. For baseball, for basketball, and for football. The pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. This should do it to throw the second. That's going to be in plenty of time. And the Brewers do leave the bases loaded. But Merrill Kelly does get out of the jam. And we're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. It is a 3-2 ball game out in Texas. For those of you that are just tuning on in, okay, in case you are wondering, Bryce Terang and Jackson Churio went back-to-back in the first inning and hit solo shots. That made it 2-0. The Texas Rangers then were able to get a solo home run from Jake Berger off of Freddy Peralta. Jock Peterson then grounded into an RBI fielder's choice in the bottom of the third to tie it up 2-2. And after Smith went over to third base, right after that, on the very next pitch, Freddy Peralta balked. And that's how the Rangers were able to get their third runner in. So, again, it's a 3-2 ball game. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I do a lot of Phillies content. I do Phillies play-by-plays. I do Sixers and Eagles play-by-plays. However, I also do Sunday Night Baseball. And I also do a thing called MLB Diamond Zone, which is basically like an NFL red zone radio style of baseball content. So it's really, really cool. So if you think about like what NFL red zone is, I basically do a radio version of that, but I do it for baseball. So we do like live whip arounds. We cover as many games whenever there's a lot of action going on. It's really awesome. We're going live again for Diamond Zone tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So there's a lot of really good games on. A lot of teams battling for divisions, wild card races, and also people that are doing fantasy baseball playoffs. It's a really good thing for y'all to tune on into. It really is. It's a lot of fun. So make sure that you guys go check that out. Thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that. Whoever did just sub to my channel, thank you very much. Comment who you are down below. Freddy Peralta going back out there to pitch. And Josh Young is up. And he fouls off the fastball at 92. We're putting in that work. No balls, one strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's low. Terang's homer went 435 feet. Churio's homer went 409. And Berger's shot went 432. Here's the 1-1. And that is down for ball two. He's also an auctioneer for hire. See, I can't talk that fast. That I will fumble my words like crazy. I wish I could. 2-1. There's a called strike. I probably could if I really wanted to. I probably could. But I would have to know specifically what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. I'd have to get practice. 2-2. That's a foul ball. Peralta has 72 pitches. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Ground ball, back up the middle. Dive and stop by the shortstop. Ortiz gets up, throws over to first. What a play! Good defense by Milwaukee. Joey Ortiz able to rob a base hit going through the hole by Josh Young. And, well, comes up with a big-time play there. And there's out number 1. He had to go towards his left side, and he was able to time it perfectly, and he shot up like a cannon when he threw that thing over to first, right as he fielded it. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 4th. And the pitch, that's taken for a strike. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm gonna head out. I gotta go to my second class, dude. Have a good luck. Have a good luck. Have a good class, man. Thanks for stopping on by. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 4th. There's 1 away. Kyle Higashioka is up, and the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Freddy Peralta gets his 6th punch out of the ball game. Okay. So now Ozuna comes up. First pitch is in there for strike 1. This is Alejandro Ozuna, the right fielder for the Texas Rangers. And the next pitch is fouled away. Alejandro is 22 years old. He's a left-handed hitter, batting just a $184. 0-2 pitch. And he serves it out to center field, and that'll get down for a base hit right in front of Blake Perkins. And so Ozuna able to get on with a 2-out base hit here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Okay. And that'll bring Cody Freeman up to the plate. He just got it off the end of the bat and just was able to make good contact with the ball. Sort of golfed that thing out over towards center. Putted it, if you will. Or use the iron. I should actually get into golf. I really should. I should definitely get into it. Anybody actually play golf? No balls, 1 strike. My dad's been telling me to get into it. 0-1 on the way. There's a line drive, base hit out to left field. And so that'll put runners over at first and second. Ozuna stops at second base. And so Freddy Peralta in another jam once again. Ball, ball. Back-to-back singles allowed by Freddy Peralta. That was fielded by Churio on 2 bounces. And he threw it over to second base to cut it off. Up next is Michael Hellman. Rangers rookies have 24 RBI in their last 16 games. It's pretty impressive. Next pitch is outside for ball 1. And so the count is 1-0. Charge! Hellman with the pitch. Foul ball. The A's and Red Sox just got started. And the Giants and Diamondbacks game is underway. Arizona did just take a 1-0 lead. There's the 1-1 pitch. That's fouled back towards the screen. Rangers are 18 games above 500 at home. Once loved it, you'd love it. It was hard to do with a living on a sailboat, says John. I'm sure. Anybody else play golf? 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Peralta has 7 punch-outs on the afternoon so far. Wow. All right. We're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. It's a 3-2 Texas lead. And we'll see if Merrill Kelly can continue to dominate like he has been over his last 4 innings of work. 3 innings. Yeah, 3 innings. All right, I'm going to take a quick step off. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well. For those of you who haven't heard, I'm hosting my very first charity stream on September 18th and September 19th to support the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother Mitchell, who passed away from this disorder 5 years ago. So how the schedule is going to work is like this. On the very first day, we're going to be streaming for 15 hours. During the first 3 hours, I'll be talking about familial dysautonomia, sharing stories about my brother and what he dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and just raise as much awareness as we possibly can. Then during the next 12 hours, we got MLB Diamond Zone, and we will be on doing our regular Diamond Zone stream. For those of you that don't know, MLB Diamond Zone is something that I came up with, and basically it's like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. On the very next day, we'll do Diamond Zone again. That'll be from 6 o'clock up until 9:30, and then we got the Phillies game. They play at 9:40. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. So in short, we're going to be on for 22 hours. No ads will be played during those 22 hours. I am aiming to raise $500 during those hours of streaming. Again, no pressure to donate, but if you can, every little bit does help. If you could just spread the word, share the post that I posted on my community tab, I would really appreciate that. I'm just looking forward to making a difference together with you guys and doing this in honor of my brother Mitchell. I think he'd be really proud, and I'm really excited about this. Let's do some good.
All right, here we go. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. That's a foul ball. 0-2 is the count. 0-2. What do you think? Are the Brewers going to win the World Series? I think that they're able. You asked if they were able to win the World Series. Yeah, I do. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Ground ball back up the middle, and there's a backhanded stop by the second baseman. The throw over to first, though, is not in time to get the speedster to Rang, and he is aboard over at first base. Ochi was thinking about challenging. I mean, there was no reason to challenge there. He most certainly beat out the throw. So Bryce gets on for the 3rd time today. I got to tell you, he's just an awesome leadoff hitter. Every time I watch him, he just continues to be really good at the plate. His discipline is awesome, and he's just, I don't know, he makes really good contact with the baseball, but the way that he's just poised at the plate, it's just nice. He doesn't always have to pull the ball. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Jimmy Rollins in a sense. Of course, Rollins was a switch hitter, but I'm just saying. Like, he has the pop, but he just gets on. Here's the pitch to Churio, and that ball is flied out over towards left center field, and the catch will be made by the center fielder, Michael Hellman, for out number 1. But yeah, just going back to the comment, I do think that the Brewers are capable of doing it. I know that the question is, they don't really have the experience, but I still feel like that they can do damage. I really do. They're the only team as a Phillies fan, they're the only team that worries me. They really are. They're the only team in baseball. I think that the Phillies match up really well against every team. And I do think that the Phillies could actually beat the Brewers, but they're the only team. If the Phillies were to get beat by somebody, and I'd be, not say okay with, but I'd accept it, I would say it's Milwaukee. But they got to get to the World Series, the Phillies. But I'm just saying that that's like the only team that I feel like has a high possibility of going to the World Series. 0-1, foul ball. I think that they're better than the Dodgers. I think that they're better than the Padres. You're right. I'm not wrong when I'm right. No balls, 2 strikes. Christian Yelich is up, by the way. Got a lot back in. 0-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. Yelich is now 33 years old. He has 27 home runs on the season. He just hit his 230th career homer not too long ago. The 0-2 pitch. That's high for ball 1. And by the way, Terang just stole second base without a throw. So he's now over at second. Higashioka was like, I'm not even going to throw it. And Terang was running pretty fast. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is down and away for ball 2. Merrill has given up 7 hits in 4 1/3 of an inning so far. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch to Yelich is a foul ball. And the one thing that kind of bugs me, too, is that people will say, well, the Brewers don't really have a lot of stars on their team. And I would actually disagree with that. I'd say that Freddy Peralta is one of the best pitchers in baseball. I would say that Woodruff, I know that he hasn't had as good of a year, but he's still, like, when he's healthy, everybody knows that he's still a very good pitcher. 2-2 to Yelich, swing and a miss. And there is out number 2. And obviously Christian Yelich is a star player. And William Contreras, I think, is one of the best offensive catchers in baseball, even just in years past. And Jackson Chourio, man, that guy's a star in the making, too. So I never really understood that argument. Kelly now with 5 strikeouts. 2 gone, top of the 5th. A runner on over at second. Again, the Rangers without Corey Seager today. No balls, 1 strike. 2 gone. And the pitch is up high for a ball. I'll tell you this, though, Rangers fans. I like Wyatt Langford. I think that he is another pretty good ball player, too. He's only 23 years old. 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Last year he had 19 stolen bases. This year he has 18. He has struck out more this year. But he does have 5 more homers. I think if he had a good lineup, I think that he would be able to drive in more runs. One-two pitch. That is outside for ball 2. You're always right, JJ. Keith, thanks, man. You need Sal to get a hit. One Sal hit coming right up. 2-2. That's down for ball 3. I'll make it happen. What kind of hit do you want? A single, a double, a triple, a homer? What type of hit? 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, there's strike 3 called. And the inning is over. Bowers goes down looking. That pitch could have gone either way. That was an umpire's call. And the inning is over. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. Texas out in front by 1. 3-2. By the way, the A's and the Red Sox are tied 1-1 as they go to the top of the 2nd inning. I just need a single for my parlay to hit. All right, one single coming on up, my friend. It's not going to be... You're going to have to wait a little bit, though, because Texas is up at the plate, so it might be a little bit of time. But I will tell you this. With Bowers striking out, that means that Sal would come up in the next inning. So you might have to wait a little bit. But yes. Don says, go Rangers. What's going on, Don? My friend. What's going on, dude? Go Texas. We're trying to pull out for Texas today, too, but we're having fun with y'all. You know, even with the Brewers fans. We don't mean anything bad. We're just doing some more games. We're just having fun. I love calling games. No doubt about it. Who's pitching for the Phillies tonight? You're probably wondering, Phillies fans. Christopher Sanchez against Clay Holmes. What does Vegas say about this game? Who do they think is going to win? Money line for the Phillies is at -160, so they are favorited to win. Clay Holmes and the Mets, their money line is at +135. The over-under for that game is 7.5. First pitch was taken for a strike, and the next pitch is outside for a ball. I just need one more from Peralta. Guys, again, I just want to let you guys know that we have MLB Diamond Zone going on tonight. So if you're interested in following along with all the baseball, you should go check that out. It'll be at 10:30. It's basically a red zone edition of Major League Baseball. So if you follow NFL Red Zone, we do that for baseball. 1-2 pitch, ground ball, base hit, back up the middle by Smith. So Josh Smith comes through, gets on with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and he is aboard. He's over at first. Let's go. So yeah, MLB Diamond Zone. Mods. Actually, wait, I got it. Charge! There's the link to Diamond Zone. Pitch. There's a called strike at the knees. There we go. MLB Diamond Zone is right there. Go check it out. That's one of our episodes that we did. Next pitch. And there's a called strike. We are also 39 subs away from getting the 7,300. That's awesome. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 offering is down in the way for a ball. And the count is now 1-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody out, 1 runner on. We got 85 people rocking with us. The 1-2 delivery downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Peralta gets the signs. He kicks, he fires, and that pitch is inside for ball 3. Freddy has a 16-5 record on the season and a 2.50 earned run average. 7 strikeouts in this ball game. 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. There's strikeout number 8. The throw to second. It's not in time. And Smith able to swipe second base. The throw had him beat, but the swipe was just a little bit late. And there is strikeout number 8 of the ball game for Freddy Peralta. That was a good throw. A very good throw. And Smith just able to move his shoulder and avoid that tag from Bryce Terang. So a runner is in scoring position. Jock Peterson, who tied the game up in his last at-bat, he grounded into a fielder's choice. He will foul off the first pitch as it goes out of play. I told you. Was I right or was I right? No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. That ball is popped up out over towards shallow left field. Churio's there. He'll make the grab. And staying put over at second base is Smith. And now Jake Berger is coming up. Peralta does have 98 pitches. So you would expect that this is probably going to be his last inning. You cannot challenge a ball or a strike from the umpire. No, you cannot. They are bringing the ABS system into baseball, though, very soon. And chat, correct me if I'm wrong, that's going to be next year. Correct? A runner on over at second. They tried it out during spring training. They used it during the All-Star game, too. But yes. Two outs, bottom of the 5th. A runner on over at second. And the pitch is taken for strike 1. Next season, JJ. Good. No balls, 1 strike. Praise God Almighty. Yep. But you're only going to get a certain amount of challenges. The 0-1. That is down for a ball. It's about damn time, says John. Yep. I love the game, but man, that's my one critique. 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards center field, and that is gone! Number 2 for Jake Berger. That got out in a hurry. I thought maybe there would be a chance for Perkins to track it down, but it was over his head. Five to 2 Rangers on a 2-run home run by Jake Berger. And he has owned Peralta today. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch is fouled away. So Berger with a multi-homer game. And the Rangers now lead at 5 to 2. Now I'm craving bird ends. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way, ground ball foul over towards the third base side. The Brewers, by the way, are 6.5 games above the Chicago Cubs in the NL Central. And again, They are 3.5 above the Philadelphia Phillies for the best record in all of baseball. 1-2. Foul ball. The Rangers, who lead it by 3 runs, are 13-0 when scoring 4 or more runs in a ball game over their last 17. Did that say over their last 17 games? I know that it said that they're 13-0 when they lead by 4 runs. Got it. 1-2 pitch. That is down in the way for ball 2. JJJ stub. We'll see. But they're up by 3. 2-2 pitch. That's inside for ball 3. So it is a full count. I did not see if anybody's warming up for the Milwaukee Brewers. You would assume that that would be the case. 3-2 pitch. That ball is drilled foul by Josh Young. We got 90 people watching us. Payoff pitch. It's a foul ball. I was going to say that we have 99 problems, but calling this game ain't one of them. Because I saw that we had 99 people on here at one point. Three-two. Foul ball. Cheers, Rangers. You are rude. Why? Why am I rude? Why? Because you believe in the jinxes? I didn't mean for that to come off rude. 3-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. Call me being rude. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Freddy Peralta. And the inning is over. The damage is also done. All right. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. So Jay Berger had his 7th career multi-homer game. The pitch. There's a foul ball. No worries, man. Just keep it clean. Just be civil. That's all. We're cool. We're relaxed. No balls. 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 6th in the pitch. Ground ball rolled over towards second base. And the throw over to first is in time for out number 1. And Caleb Durbin is due up. So Sal Frelick just grounded out. I apologize about that. Somebody said, can you give me a single? Just a single. I'm sorry, dude. But he will be able to come up one more time. So maybe I'll make it up to you. Caleb Durbin is coming up. And the pitch is a curveball that's in there at 80 miles per hour for strike 1. Durbin in the box, and the pitch. Line drive over the head of Josh Smith, out over to left field for a base hit. And so, there's a 1-out single allowed by Merrill Kelly. By the way, 79 pitches. Up now is Perkins. Perkins 1 for 2. Batting .221 with 3 homers and 14 RBI. First pitch, that's a sinker at the knees for strike 1 at 92 miles per hour. Toss back over to first. That's not in time. That's right. Exactly. Top of the 6th, 1 away. There's the 0-1. That misses down for a ball. Kelly with a 2.23 ERA in his last 5 starts. 25 strikeouts, 4 walks allowed in those 32 1/3 of an inning. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the toss back over to first is not in time to get Caleb Durbin. Let's go. Here's the pitch. That ball was fouled. Let's go, chat. Charge! Let's go. You know, Cal Raleigh needs 1 more homer to tie Mickey Mantle for most homers by a switch hitter in a season. Next pitch, that ball's popped up into foul territory, and the catch is made for out number 2. It was hit over towards the third base side, and it was caught by Young. So 2 away. So Perkins got underneath it. 2 outs, top of the 6th. 5-2 Texas. We got the Phillies game on at 6:45 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be doing that. They take on the Mets. The pitch to Jansen. That's low for a ball. Andrew Abbott versus Nick Pivetta. I'll watch the end of that game tonight when we do our Diamond Zone coverage. If you have not hit the subscribe button, make sure that you guys do that now. 1-0 pitch on the way. Check swing. He did not go. So the count is 2-0. 2-0 pitch. That's inside for ball 3. Obi Milner is getting warmed up in the Rangers bullpen. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 on the way, and there's a called strike on the inside edge of the plate. Boston and the Athletics are now tied 2-2. Jansen at the plate, and the 3-1, foul ball. Kelly with 88 pitches. Jansen batting .203 on the season. He's playing for William Contreras. He's now 30 years old. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, folks. 3-2 pitch, here it comes, and there's a line drive base hit out to left field. This will bring the tying run up to the plate for Milwaukee as the runner from second goes on, or the runner from first goes all the way over to third base. Wow, what a play there. All right, so let's go. So Jansen singles, and Joey Ortiz is coming up. That was good base running by Milwaukee. That was a hit and run. They do a lot of those. A lot of hit and runs. We will have a timeout taken on the mound. The pitching coach for the Rangers going out there, and, well, Rhys Hoskins is coming up to the plate. Hoskins, the former Philly, coming up for the Milwaukee Brewers. And one swing would tie up the knot. Wow. All right, we got a big at-bat here. Let's go, chat. Charge! So Hoskins will step on into the box. The injury bug has certainly been a factor this season for Rhys Hoskins. He's 32 years old. He does have 12 home runs on the season. This is his second at-bat since July 5th. He's batting .257 with runners in scoring position. Runners at the corners. First pitch to Rhys. And that is outside for ball 1. One-0 pitch on the way, and that is low for ball 2. Did Sal bat already? Sal grounded out, my friend. But he'll have another chance to bat. 2 balls, no strikes to Rhys Hoskins. And the next pitch is down for ball 3. Kelly just cannot find the zone. Three balls, no strikes to Rhys Hoskins. Kelly kicks and fires the pitch. Ground ball, base hit out to left field. 1 run will score. It's now 5-3 out in Texas. And Bruce Bochy is going to pull the plug. He swung at a 3-0 pitch. It was a fastball down the middle. But to my surprise, he swung at it and came through. 3-0. Wow. that's going to be it for Merrill Kelly as Bryce Terang is coming back up to the plate. And we have a pitch and change. Wow. All right. We got ourselves a game here out in Texas. What a ball game. My name is Jason Joseph, guys. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I know we don't really have a lot of Brewers or Texas Rangers fans here on this channel, so that's why I got to spread the word. That's why I got to put in the plugs. I'm Jason Joseph. I graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022, and I actually called games for minor league baseball, and I also did stuff for NBA G League basketball as well. I covered the Delaware Bluecoats, who were the Sixers G League affiliate, and I got to call games for them on our college radio station. Same thing with the Wilmington Blue Rocks, and that was really awesome. And not only did I call games, but I did a lot more too. I produced. I was a sound effects coordinator. I was a timeout coordinator. I did a lot of things. But I interned at NFL Films after I graduated from college. And I started this YouTube channel because I was told by the great Scott Fransky, who's the radio play-by-play announcer for the Philadelphia Phillies, that I got to get reps. In order for you to make it really far into this business, you got to get reps. You have to make sure that you are going out there every single day, going to the batting cage, and you're just taking swings. Same thing with this. So that's what really we've been doing. And while we're doing that, we're making an awesome community on here. And it's just so awesome. And so I call not only Phillies games, but I do Sixers, and I do Eagles games as well. And I do Sunday Night Baseball. And I do a thing called MLB Diamond Zone, which is basically a radio edition of NFL Red Zone for Major League Baseball. So go check me out. Go follow me on all the socials. My mods will post the link down below. I really hope that you guys enjoy this content. We're also doing our very first fundraising stream next week, and I hope to see you guys there for that too. A lot of stuff. We're keeping busy. Not a day off in the office of JJ. The pitch. There's a called strike. That's taken down the middle to Bryce Terang, who's 2 for 3. Milner is pitching. He's on in relief for Merrill Kelly. Terang batting .371 with runners in scoring position on the season. And he fouls off the 0-1, and the count is 0-2. Thank you, Jamie. I really appreciate that. No balls, 2 strikes. I don't ask for much, but I just like it when people subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. That's it. Subscribing is free. 0-2 pitch. That's low and outside for a ball. 1-2 pitch on the way from Terang, and there's a ground ball hit back over towards the mound. Nice play there by Milner. He scooped it up and then looked over to first, threw it over to first, and the inning is over. Rhys Hoskins, though, does cut the deficit to 2 as he gets himself an RBI single, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning out in Texas. Okay. Water time. So now you're probably wondering, well, who's going to come on in now for Joey Ortiz? And we'll let you know once we find out. Don't you worry. We don't just leave people hanging, guys. All right. Chat, how'd you guys get into baseball? There are 19 diamonds. There are 19 baseball diamonds in walking distance from me, says Steve. All are open and ready for anyone and everyone to play right now. Steve, did I find you from PAS? Is that how we met? From Pure Adrenaline Sports? Keon says Milwaukee is saving Priester for tomorrow as they go for 18 straight wins when he appears in the game. Yeah. He's lying. His name is really Tommy, and he has 5 kids and a gambling addiction, says John. You know, it's actually John. Tommy John. That was a bad one. That was a bad dad joke. Get that because I have 5 kids, so that makes me a dad. And I made a dad joke. I don't have 5 kids. This is my only baby right now. It's just calling games and working on this channel. This channel is my baby right now. So, Obi Milner gets out of the jam. Texas keeps it 5-3. That's right. Ball says, awesome. Oh, I definitely live in the wrong country. We only have soccer fields, and most of them are not for use. Baseball's a very small thing here, says Ball. Yeah, I like soccer. Are you a soccer fan? I like soccer. I don't follow soccer as much as I should, but I like soccer. Here's Kyle Higashioka, and he sends one out over towards left center field on the second pitch, but it's not going to be deep at all. The catch is made by the center fielder Perkins for out number 1. Steve says, I don't know. Pure Adrenaline Sports. Thought I saw you on there last night. I thought that's how we met, but maybe not. Maybe there's another Steve Duke out there. It's possible. The pitch. There's a called strike at the knees. Alejandro Ozuna, 1 for 2 with a single. 1 out and the pitch. That is swung on and missed for strike 2. We have a lot of soccer fields. Some are in the outfield of a baseball field. I'm a soccer freak from the old school, says Steve. That's cool. That's cool, man. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch is fouled off. Does Milwaukee have a soccer team? Wisconsin? 0-2? That's a foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Ground ball hit over to second base, picked up by Terang, and the throw over to first will be in plenty of time for out number 2. USL and Arena Soccer, the Wave. Gotcha. All right, so 2 away, bottom of the 6th. Up to bat now is Freeman. Cody Freeman made a bad play over at second. But there was no harm in that. There were bases loaded. That was in the top of the 4th inning. He lines one over to third, but it's caught, however, by Caleb Durbin. And we're going to go to the top of the 7th inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. And they'll be back in just a few moments. A 5-3 lead for Texas. And Milwaukee is going to come on up.
Hi, everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well. For those of you who haven't heard, I'm hosting my very first charity stream on September 18th and September 19th to support the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother Mitchell, who passed away from this disorder 5 years ago. So how the schedule is going to work is like this. On the very first day, we're going to be streaming for 15 hours. During the first 3 hours, I'll be talking about familial dysautonomia, sharing stories about my brother and what he dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and just raise as much awareness as we possibly can. Then during the next 12 hours, we got MLB Diamond Zone, and we will be on doing our regular Diamond Zone stream. For those of you that don't know, MLB Diamond Zone is something that I came up with, and basically it's like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. On the very next day, we'll do Diamond Zone again. That'll be from 6 o'clock up until 9:30. And then we got the Phillies game. They play at 9:40. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. So in short, we're going to be on for 22 hours. No ads will be played during those 22 hours. I am aiming to raise $500 during those hours of streaming. Again, no pressure to donate, but if you can, every little bit does help. If you could just spread the word, share the post that I posted on my community tab, I would really appreciate that. I'm just looking forward to making a difference together with you guys and doing this in honor of my brother Mitchell. I think he'd be really proud, and I'm really excited about this. Let's do some good.
All right, so if we go to the top of the seventh, it is 5-3 Rangers. How do we get here? Bryce Terang and Jackson Chourio went back-to-back in the top of the first inning and hit solo homers off of Merrill Kelly. Jake Berger then hit a solo shot off of Freddy Peralta in the bottom of the second. And then in the bottom of the third, the Rangers got 2 runs. One was from an RBI fielder's choice ground out by Jock Peterson. And then the other one was from a balk by Freddy Peralta. And then Jake Berger hit his second homer of the game. It was a 2-run shot in the bottom of the fifth to put them up 5-2 Texas. And then Hoskins cut the deficit to 2 on an RBI single in the top of the sixth. Here's Jackson Chourio. First pitch to him. He flies this one out over towards shallow center field. And the catch is made for out number 1. So 1 away. That's the first thing that you noticed. That's funny. The pitch, and that's outside for a ball. I mean, it is right there. But yeah, that's funny. 1 ball, no strikes to Christian Yelich. Yelich will foul off the next pitch. Folks, just want to remind you guys, if you have not hit the subscribe button, make sure that you guys take a second to do that right now. It is free. There's no cost. I would just really appreciate it. We got 50 likes, and 30 of you have not hit the thumbs up button. That's also free as well. 1-1 pitch. That ball is fouled away. One and 2 is the count. 1 out, and the pitch. That ball is fouled. Two-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Christian Yelich goes down swinging. And there are 2 gone in the top of the 7th inning. Up next is Andrew Vaughn, who will pinch hit for Jake Bauers. And before that occurs, we're going to have a timeout taken on the mound. Excuse me. Sorry. The pitch on the way. There's a called strike at the knees. 0-1. That's taken for a ball. Vaughn was with the White Sox and then came on over to Milwaukee during the season. Garcia pitching, and the next pitch is flied out over towards straightaway center field, and getting over to it is Michael Hellman, and there is the third and final out of the inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the seventh. It is a 5-3 score. Texas leads it by 2. I will take one more step off, and then we'll be right back. Rob Zastryzny is going out there to pitch in the bottom of the seventh. The first pitch to Hellman is taken for a ball. It's Michael Hellman, who's 1 for 2. The next pitch, he sends it foul over towards the left side. Excuse me. Another stupid question from a German. You don't have to apologize. Do they sing the national anthem in every game? Yes. I heard it between the 6th and 7th inning. That's probably God Bless America, is what they sing. That's not the national anthem. The national anthem is usually before the game starts. The pitch, and that ball is flied out over towards left field, and that's going to be caught for out number 1. Ask any questions. I mean, the cool thing about this is that, you know, we're all learning, right? And I also like YouTube because we can learn about the game together, and we can ask the community questions. You know, you can't do that on cable. Can't do that on radio. And that's what makes this really cool. It's that it's interactive. 0-1. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Oh, nice, thanks. Then take me out to the ball game this thing during the 7th inning stretch. Yep. 0-2. That's outside for a ball. Do the Brewers have a song? Do the Brewers have a song? 1-2 pitch. That is down in the dirt for ball 2. Do the Rangers have a song? Texas Rangers song. 2-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And so there is out number 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. You know, for a while, I didn't know this. I always thought that the whistle that was played for strikeouts, I always thought that was I always thought that was a baseball thing. That's just a Yankees thing. I didn't know that. That little, what do they call it? The Yankee whistle? I didn't know that for a while. The pitch is taken outside for a ball. They call it the strikeout whistle. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. I can't do it. It's like such a high whistle. 2 balls, no strikes. Bottom of the 7th, 2 away. So Strisny kicks and deals. Wyatt Langford is up, and he takes ball 3. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 3-0 pitch. There's a foul ball. The Cubs have a song. Do they? I didn't know that. 3-1. And that is down for ball 4. So, a 2-out walk issued by Zastrisny. The Cubs do have a song. Go Cubs, go. Written by Steve Goodman back in 1984. Go Cubs, go. There's also Go New York, go, which is just wild. It's catchy, though. It's catchy. Go Cubs, go. Is John laughing at Go Cubs, go? Bottom of the 7th, 2 away. Maybe we should make a song for the Phillies. Maybe we should write a song. The Phillies don't have a song. The Sixers do. The Eagles do. Why don't the Phillies have a song? Bottom of the 7th. The pitch. There's a called strike. District Nation, do the Nationals have a song? I'm like wondering which ballparks don't have a song. The Cubs song is very catchy. I'm sure it is. No balls, 1 strike. And here's the 0-1. That ball is popped up out over towards the first base side. The catch is made in foul territory. And we're going to go to the top of the 8th inning. 5-3. Phillies do have a song. Yeah, it's high hopes. It's not like I love Harry Callis. That's not original. That's not like an original song. The Phillies made it. Yeah, that's not the Phillies song. I want like a legit song. High Hopes is a cover. Only good teams get songs. We sing Take On Me in the 7th inning stretch. That's really cool. I like that. That's cool. It's like Sweet Caroline. But Boston also has a song, too. But yeah, I want like a legit original song. Like, Here Come the Sixers for the Sixers. That's cool. Fly Eagles Fly. High Hopes. No, that's not the Phillies. It's not a Phillies song. That stupid High Hopes song. It's a good song. It is. It's a good song, but I want an original song. That's what I want. We should do that. We should make an original song. Maybe that's how our legacy will be. Maybe that's how people will remember us, not just by our channel, but from making a song that is revolutionary to all Philadelphia Phillies fans. I like that. That'll be a project during the offseason, possibly. Maybe. Boston has Sweet Caroline. Yeah, but that's during the 7th inning, but they actually have like an original song. John says, what? Yeah, the Phillies don't have an original song. Maybe we'll start that. First pitch, and that's taken for a ball. Yeah, Tessie. Tessie is the Red Sox song. Here Come the Freaks. That's a good song. That's pitch. That's taken for ball 4. And so the tying run is coming up to the plate. All right, let's focus. Before we do, though, a pitching change will be made as we have nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. Nah, I did not hear that, dude. I did not hear that. That's crazy. Red Sox have Sweet Caroline. Yeah, but their song is Tessie. That's their anthem. That's the word I'm looking for, an anthem. What's the Phillies' anthem? The Phillies don't have an anthem. That's crazy. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. After this, we got the Phillies game at 6:45, and then we got Diamond Zone at 10:30. Doing a lot. Got a lot of content. And trust me, guys, we're not burning out. We know our limits, and I appreciate y'all for your concerns. I do. But we're going. This is what's expected. It's the end of the baseball season. We're going at 120 miles per hour, and we're feeling good. All right, chat, let's go. Milwaukee is the tying run coming up to the plate. Let's go, chat. I'm ready. Phillies fans need Milwaukee to lose. And if the Phillies win, along with Milwaukee losing, then the Phillies will be 2.5 games behind them for first place. All right, here we go. Armstrong is pitching, and the pitch to Caleb Durbin is swung on and missed. So it is a no ball, 1 strike count to him. Rangers wrapping up this 3-game set against the Milwaukee Brewers. Toss back over to first. That's not in time. All right, chat. Let's go. Charge. The ball's 1 strike. The pitch on the way, and there's a called strike on the outside corner for strike 2. Sean Armstrong facing Caleb Durbin. Armstrong is 34 years old. No balls, 2 strikes. Armstrong kicks and fires. There's a ground ball hit over to shortstop. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first, there's 2. 2 outs now in the top of the 8th inning. Nice pitch thrown by Armstrong there. Durbin got on top of it and just grounded it right over to shortstop, Josh Smith. 6-4-3 on the double play. 2 outs, nobody on. Let's go. So now it's Blake Perkins who comes on up to the plate. Matt is also here. What's up, Matt? How are you, my friend? Blake Perkins in the box. And the pitch. That's a sweeper at 85 in the zone for strike one. No balls, one strike. Armstrong has 4 pitches so far. Let's go Rangers because they signed Patrick Corbin. That's true. 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. I was going to say, they also still have Joe Ross, but nope, they don't. He went to the Phillies, and then the Phillies dropped him. So, I was going to say that it's sort of level, but it's not. It's not. 0-2 pitch. Foul ball that goes in and out of the glove of Kyle Higashioka. Sounds good, my friend. Yeah. This week is going to be tough for me to respond to emails. I mean, I'm going to do the best that I can, but these next couple of weeks, it's going to be busy, busy, busy. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees. It's time to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Rangers do lead it by 2 runs. Let's go. Nice. Ball says that the Rangers will sweep us. Hey, it ain't over. It still is not over. It ain't over. You got to play all 27 outs. That's how the game works. And you know what? The Texas Rangers, I know that they've played well against you guys this series. And it might feel that way, but I don't know. I just have a gut feeling that just baseball is not over until it's officially over. You know? Anything in this game can happen. I've seen wild things in this game. Just the other day, what happened the other day, guys? The Orioles were getting no note. With nobody, they were getting no hit in the bottom of the 9th inning, and there were 2 outs. And the Orioles won the game. They were down 3-0 with 2 outs. Nobody on, a no-hitter. And the Orioles came back and won 4-3. They scored all 4 of their runs in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs and nobody on. If that can happen, anything can happen. You know? You got to play all 27 outs. That's the way my brain is wired. Sanchez on the mound tonight. I'm excited to see Sanchez out there for the Phillies. I really am. Guys, my name is Jason Joseph. We have 104 people on here watching. If you are new to my channel, I do live play-by-plays for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. I also do Sunday Night Baseball as well. And what we also do on this channel is we do a thing called MLB Diamond Zone, which is basically a red zone. It's basically like a radio version of us calling Red Zone, but it's for baseball. So Red Zone for the NFL is hosted by Scott Hansen. He does like live whip-arounds for NFL football. We do that for baseball because nobody else does that here on YouTube, and I thought that it'd be a really cool concept. It's a cool idea, and we have a lot of fun. We go live to so many different games, and it's a lot of fun. Not only are we calling 1 game at a time, sometimes we're calling 4 games at a time. Sometimes we have 5. It all depends on what is going on during the day of Major League Baseball. 3-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Like, for example, I could have actually done Diamond Zone this afternoon, but I wanted to just do the Brewers game. 3 balls, 1 strike. Jake Berger is up. Eric Fedde is pitching. There's a former national for Milwaukee, Eric Fedde. The next pitch, and that's taken low for ball 4, and Jake Berger gets on for the 3rd time this afternoon. It's awesome stuff. Ball says that is crazy. I am crazy. But I love what I do. you know. Josh Young is up, and the pitch is on the outside corner. And we have a lot of fun, chat. No balls, one strike. The 0-1 pitch. And that is outside for a ball. It's 7 a.m. in Australia. Here it's 11 p.m. evening in Germany. Wow. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That misses down for ball 2. Damn, so you got to get up early most of the time. Or not early, you got to stay up late to watch your Brewers play. Damn. 2-1 pitch. That's low for ball 3. We're at both ends of the spectrum. Yeah. You both are. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. That ball's popped up. And where is it? It's over towards the first base side in foul territory. And the catch is made by Andrew Vaughn for out number 1. So there's 1 away. Trevor Story just continues to be red hot for the Boston Red Sox. Got on with an RBI double in the top of the 3rd. That game is that game right now is in the bottom of the 5th. No balls, 1 strike. Kyle Higashioka is up. By the way, guys, go subscribe to District Nation, please. Mods, drop his link down below. DN, are you still here? The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch. Ground ball hit over to third base, bobbled by the third baseman Durbin, and everybody's going to be safe. So Caleb Durbin had a mental lapse over at third. He had a hiccup, I should say, a mental hiccup over at third base. And so he sort of froze for a sec as he tried to get the ball into his bare hand, and he fumbled it. He fielded it cleanly. It was just a routine ground ball. And then as he tried to get it into his throwing hand, he was looking over at first. He just did not get a good grip of the ball there. And that's why he dropped it. Ozuna comes up, and he takes strike 1. So runners are now over at first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Alejandro Ozuna, 1 for 3 with a single. 0-1 is the count, and the pitch is down for ball 1. Just got to field the ball cleanly. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way, and there's strike 2 on the outside corner. Alejandro Ozuna, 5'9", 185 pounds. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that ball was served foul. All right, chat. 37 more subs till we get to 7,300. Let's go. 1-2 pitch. That misses high for ball 2. I think we lost District Nation. Damn it. That's too bad. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, and that misses outside for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, bottom of the 8th, and the 3-2 pitch, another foul ball. That goes out of play. The payoff pitch. Inside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Wow. Timeout will be taken. Hopefully that error over at third by Durbin doesn't come back to bite them. So now you got to get an extra out. The Cubs play the Braves tonight. Tyone will face Chris Sale. So the Milwaukee fans, I'm sure, are going to be keeping an eye on that game too. As far as the Mariners go, and the Astros too, Houston plays Toronto. That game will be at 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Mariners play the Cardinals tonight at 9:40. So if you are a Rangers fan, we will be watching that Mariners game tonight when we do Diamond Zone. If that game is close, we'll be going back and forth with that game. It's been a heck of a series. So you might want to tune on into that. Here's the pitch. There's strike 1 at the knees. It's no balls, 1 strike. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Rowdy Tellez is coming up with the bases loaded. And the 0-1 is outside, or on the outside corner, I should say, for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. And that is low and outside for a ball. Ball says, I hope I will make it someday to the States and having a full day of baseball in a ballpark, having beers and fun. Dude. Let's go. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. This will get 1 run home. The throw to first is in time. It's now 6-3 as Berger comes around home plate for the 3rd time today. Wow. 6-3 Texas. And everybody moves up a bag. All eyes on Caleb Durbin. All right. So the Rangers up by 3. And Hellman is coming on up. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch to Hellman, and there's strike 1 at the knees. That was a sweeper at 82 miles per hour. Michael Hellman 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. 5 homers and 17 RBI on the season. 0-1. That ball is popped up out over towards shallow left field. Monasterio's there. He squeezes it. And there's out number 3. The Brewers do get an extra run, though. And they will go to the top of the 9th inning. The Rangers, get an extra run. And they lead at 6-3. I'm going to take one more step off. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm also UK Brew Crew. We love the Brew Crew in the UK because of tea. That's awesome. That's so cool. All right, so Danny Jansen comes up, and Armstrong is going to go back out there to throw, and the first pitch is taken for strike one. No balls, one strike. Top of the ninth. 0-1 is the count. And the pitch. It's outside for a ball. All right, 37 more subscribers. I think we can get to 7,300. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch on the way. There's a foul ball. Phil Maton is getting warmed up in the Rangers bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the ninth, and the 1-2 pitch. There's 1 out. Swing and a miss. And that'll bring Andrew Monasterio up to the plate. After the game, we're going to sign off, and then we'll be back on at 6:45 p.m. Eastern Time for the Phillies-Mets game. So Brewers fans, if you want to tune on into the Phillies game, there's definitely some incentive to that for you guys, because you're trying to hold on to that number 1 seed. We have a timeout called as well. The Brewers also need, by the way, the Giants to lose for them to officially get into the playoffs. So if the Giants do lose, they're in. They're officially in the playoffs. It is 5-0 Arizona. So just wanted to throw that out there to you guys as well. The Brewers would be the first team to clinch a playoff spot, officially. If they somehow come back and win. But there still is incentive for that. So the magic number for the Brewers going into the playoffs could actually go down to 1 if the Giants do lose. But then if they come back and win and the Giants lose, they're in today. What's not to like, you know? Top of the ninth, 1 away. And the pitch is taken for a strike to Isaac Collins. No balls, 1 strike. 0-1. That is outside and high for a ball. Perfect. Thanks for the information. Yeah. I'll be here if you can't win, or if we can't win, you can't win. Let's go. That sounds like a good deal. I like that. 1-1 pitch. That misses outside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Top of the ninth. 1 away. And the 2-1 pitch. There's strike 2. Phillies are trying to increase their magic number to win the NL East. Francisco is here. What's up, Francisco? 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch on the way. There's a foul ball. Shout out to you guys, man. You guys are an awesome crowd. You know? It's the best time of the year. Baseball is such a great sport. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch on the way is up high and outside for ball 3. Up next is Bryce Terang. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Foul ball. That one goes out of play. So we're in the top of the ninth. Brewers are down by 3. Kia says finish him off. Three-two pitch. Up high and outside for ball 4. And there's a 1-out walk allowed to Isaac Collins. All right. Bruce Bochy will make a move. And that is going to be it for Sean Armstrong. Phil Maton will try to shut the door. Man. Crazy. So we'll see what happens. While we're in this break, folks, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you have not done so already. It's free. Both things are for free. It just shows support to the channel, and it would mean very, very much for me. I don't ask for much. I just ask for likes and subs. That's it. That's all I ask for. Jonathan with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man.
Well, the next person that sees any Karen take something away again. Point them out, and get them out of here. You don't live in New York. You live in Philadelphia.
Amen, man. Jonathan, you're awesome, dude. I really appreciate you for coming on here, my friend. I know Jonathan's over on PAS's channel. Dude, you're awesome. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. That's so nice. You are the MVP. That's such a great chant. It really is. We are a Karen-free zone. But no, we have, yeah. I feel bad for the people named Karen. You know, for dealing with that type of a thing. You know, I feel bad about that because there are some awesome Karens out there. There really are. I have a friend, who is, you know, like a family member to me. She's awesome. But yeah. Dude, thank you so much again for the $10 super chat. That's so nice. But yeah. All right. Top of the ninth, 1 away. Shout out to Karen. She's awesome. Next pitch, and that's fouled off the foot. Matt says, are you a Karen? Nope. I'm Jason. Nah. Chat, am I a Karen? No balls, 1 strike. I'm caring. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. That ball was chopped foul. From Bryce Terang. Big difference. And no balls, 2 strikes. Terang in the box. Maton kicks, fires, swing and a miss. And there is out number 2. One more out to go. Going to be a Karen the whole Phillies game. No, you're using it as the wrong term, my friend. You're going to be annoying if the Phillies lose. And that's not. There's a big difference, my friend. No balls, 1 strike. A runner on over at first. And I don't mean annoying in a bad way. You're just going to be rooting for the Brewers. That's what I mean. 1 ball, 1 strike. In a good way, though. 1 ball, 1 strike, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Jackson Churio is up at the plate. He's down to his final strike. Play-by-play with Karen. I'll get a wig. One ball, two strikes. Maton gets set below the letters. He kicks, he deals, and the pitch is high for ball two. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Churio 1 for 4, the next pitch, and he fouls it off and stays alive. He's trying to battle. 11 hits for Milwaukee, 3 runs scored, 6 hits for Texas, 6 runs scored for them. Two balls, two strikes. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. That is just up high and inside for ball three. Three balls, two strikes. The payoff pitch on the way. Line drive, and that's caught by the first baseman, Berger, and the ball game is over. The Texas Rangers, they sweep the Milwaukee Brewers out at Globe Life Field, and they take the series as well. Ring the bell for the Texas Rangers. All right. What a game. What a game. The Brewers left so many runners on base. And they are now 89 and 58 on the season. Peralta, 5 innings, 9 strikeouts, and 5 earned runs allowed. All right. Kelly, on the other hand, 5 2/3. He gave up how many hits? He gave up 10 hits. 10 hits for Merrill Kelly. They left him off the hook. 6 strikeouts, 3 earned runs allowed. The bullpen for Texas was really good. Got to give them that. They went 3 innings, 3 1/3 of an inning, and were able to just only allow 1 hit. They struck out 4 batters, and they really did their job. Peralta gets his 6th loss of the season, 113 pitches for him. He struck out 9 batters, but he did give up 5 earned runs. And the player of the game, of course, has to go to Jake Berger, who had 2 homers. He scored 3 times. I mean, just a big win for those Texas Rangers. We're going to take a look at the standings one last time before we do sign off. So the Rangers are now half a game. They move up now half a game. So they've won, what now, 4 in a row? So they're 2 games behind Houston and 1 game in back of Seattle. So if Seattle loses, Texas could be half a game behind the Mariners, and they could also be 1.5 if the Astros lose for that AL West division. So there's definitely some drama in that division. Now, meanwhile, the Brewers, they ended up losing, so that means that the Cubs right now are 6 games behind them, and if the Cubs do win, they'll be 5.5 games in back of Milwaukee for the NL Central. And as far as the best record goes in all of baseball, the Phillies right now, as we speak, are 3 games in back of Milwaukee. So if they win, they'll just be 2.5. Now, Milwaukee does have that tiebreaker. Just wanted to throw that out there, too. But that is what's going on in all of baseball. What a game. I want to thank you all very, very much for coming on here to support the channel. It does mean a lot to me. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe on your way out. I will catch you all in an hour. Okay? Time to go eat. And I will see you all in a little bit. On to the next one, man.